Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another daily collective channeling. And today is not just another day, it's the 1111 portal, one of the most powerful gateways in our entire existence. Always, right? Level 11 portals are just so special, and every year it is very, very, very different. That's why every year this frequency aligns with our soul blueprint with divine truth in our twin flame journey. And in 2025, it levels up, because with everything that has been happening with the year of the snake, this year being the year of the snake, and all the changes that has been taking place since March and amplified in May, and with all the retrogrades and everything, the codes this year are crystalline. That's why this today is not just about awakening, it's about rewiring your connection with your beloved divine masculine. That's why today we step into union frequency, not the fantasy of reunion, but the embodiment of divine love itself. That's why this portal opens the bridge between the separated twin fields. So in other words, all the 3D messiness, separate, if you are in pre-union stages, anything that is being an obstacle, it's all being lifted away with the 1111 portal energies. That's why today you would have noticed our light bodies are synchronizing through the higher mind and heart resonance. That's why you may be feeling this physical intensity, even intimacy, chest pressure, buzzing in the crown, spontaneous emotion, feeling our divine masculines intensely, multidimensionally, physically, 5D, tingling palms, bursts of euphoria, kisses in the air. Literally, that's the DNA aligning to the 1111 grid, the remembrance of our original oneness in the monadic cosmic egg with our beloved divine masculine. That's why today is very powerful, today is very special, and you may have woken up feeling really, really light as a feather, especially if you have been feeling all the vibrational shifts. Today is truly a treat, because with all the lethargy and tiredness and fatigue, today is a special day. That is the beauty of the 1111 portal. It just brings about this deep connection with our divine masculine, the love that does not need to be spoken. That's why astrologically the alignment is also extraordinary. The sun in Scorpio forms a direct opposition to Uranus in Taurus, breaking all remaining attachments to control, pride, or resistance. Which means, if you're struggling with this issue with your divine masculine, that is passing. And also many divine masculines are awakening to their inner strength and their romantic parts as well. So if you are receiving flowers, surprise calls, texts, messages, not only multidimensionally but in the 3D, it's totally a sign. And the moon in Leo adds heart-centered fire, giving courage to act on truth, not fear. So all these diversions and distractions that may have been happening with our divine masculines are shifting. Our third energy is very, very clear now, as clear, as soft, as silent, because Mercury in Sagittarius sits in its pre-retrograde shadow, calling us to speak from authenticity, yet to pause before reacting. So that's why you would notice the 5D meetings lately has been more intimate, more emotional, and beyond romance. It's like you're preparing for stable union, and for those of us in stable union, we're preparing for the next mission. So that's why Mercury in Sagittarius is so powerful in bringing about that rhythm, that feeling, that emotions, that power. And Neptune retrograde in Pisces, oh my goodness, that has been like my favorite theme. I keep talking about it in my daily channelings all the time, because it dissolves emotional illusions, especially while Mars trines delivers breakthrough healing in the masculine line. So this is what's going on with our divine masculine. Excuse me. There's this intense, ancestral, deep, multi-generational shake up and healing that's happening. The father wounds are evaporating, the lineage wounds are evaporating. That's why our divine masculines are finally in that energy of authenticity and truth. You see what I'm meaning? See what I'm saying? This retrograde season has been very, very powerful. And with Saturn retrograde, I don't have to say more. It's so, so, so deep. And everything is just meant to happen in the beauty of it all. As we are like just days before Saturn retrograde ends on the 27th of November 2025, deep accountability is happening. Deep, deep, deep accountability is happening. So that's the reason why you may be noticing that you're feeling all of that changes that is taking place within, externally, deeply, profoundly, because it's that magic that this season is bringing. And you would have noticed how fast this year has passed. So it's truly, truly, truly beautiful, isn't it? So with that, I want you to take a moment and truly celebrate and breathe into the 1111 energies, all right? And I also want you to take a moment to think about how far you have come on this journey. Because, like I said, every planet today whispers one unified message: be reborn through truth. It's collective metamorphosis, guys. Ego crumbling, soul awakening, alignment, restoration. Totally, totally beautiful. That's why Saturn retrograde's role, especially because Saturn is only going to be in retrograde for about 2 more weeks, it is delivering the best. Our divine masculines are waking up to accountability. That guilt is high. So you may be feeling your divine masculine's guilt, even if it's something really small, something very big. He just wants to hug you, kiss you, and tell you how much he loves you and how much he misses every time he has to go through separation. And that's why for those who are stabilizing union, this is such a beautiful period, because it's all going to be about adjustment, adjusting the energy so that you can stabilize and get into more mission work and more freedom and more sovereignty. And for those of you who had just met your divine masculines, I just want to say enjoy every moment of it, because this time around it's going to be different. So as we delve deeper into the shadow season of Mercury retrograde, communication timelines are rearranging. That's why I wanted to go a little more deeper today, because so if you feel like delays or miscommunication with your divine masculine, know that it wasn't rejection, it was calibration. The universe delayed word so that energy could mature first, right? So what's unsaid is still being transmitted energetically. This is the dissolver. The Neptune retrograde in Pisces is what's dissolving everything. It's been stripping away fantasy and showing you what real love is versus projected attachment. So today Neptune finalizes that process through these 1111 portals. So that's why you'll be feeling this inner click the moment the illusion dies and the peace arrives. So Uranus retrograde in Taurus has also been playing a very, very powerful role. So Uranus is shaking outdated physical structures, job routines, living situations, anything built on survival rather than love. So divine masculines have been going through the survival phase, and they've been trying to pace through it. So the survival phase started in December, where he had quit his job, where he's been trying to find his footing, exploring different avenues to grow and succeed and evolve. So this year has been a total internal it's been a total internal awakening, spiritually evolving period for our beloved divine masculine. So that's why one may look weird, some of you guys may be thinking, why is your divine masculine making such tough choices? Why would he leave a very comfortable job? Why would he want to retire, when he's young? Or what is he trying to do? Why is he trying to go into industries that may look really challenging, but this is the soul exploration phase that all our divine masculines are experiencing in different ways. So this shake-up is anchoring love, unconditional love, because anything that is built on survival, like his old job, routine structures, old friends, terrible connections, all that is shaking up. Another thing is divine masculines, true Saturn retrogrades, divine wisdom, has been seeing the true colors of the people around him, people who are trying to create noise, who are trying to prevent him from being in his authentic self, being in his true self, from choosing his alignment. So these friends are all going away, selfish friends, connections who are just, so divine masculines had a very, very, very tough year, and this 11/11 portal is bringing upon a full circle moment, because divine masculines realize who is real. And that's when our role comes in as the divine feminine, because now he realizes what we were all about, like what we were trying to do, what we were trying to say, and what we were trying to show. So that's why, as divine feminines are also getting away from the performance stage to integration stage and to the being stage, everything is falling in love. That's why I expect sudden clarity about what needs to change in your 3D life to hold your 5D frequency, right? So think about it this way. The Mars conjunction right now is bringing that wounded warrior, your divine masculine, to become the healing protector for us divine feminines. This is where our divine masculines start choosing love consciously rather than unconsciously avoiding it. So no more lashing out, no more embarrassing you, no more saying things like he's not interested and all that crap, because this is the exact transit that births accountability. So this is what's happening with the divine masculine collective today. The divine masculine collective is what I call the breaking of the shell. This is not a subtle shift. It's the collapse of egoic scaffolding that once made him feel safe but now feels suffocating. For months he has been standing on the edge, oscillating between denial and awakening, and today with the 11/11 codes, it's pushing him through the threshold. He's feeling emotional flooding, deep nostalgia, bursts of remorse, flashes of gratitude, even silent tears. He's remembering those intimate moments of you cooking for him and all your gifts and past lifetimes of being your divine husband. So divine masculines are going really, really deep. Not only this lifetime, but memories of those galactic lifetimes are coming in as well. The children, everything is coming in. And that's why with all the pain, there's also gratitude, there's silent tears. This is the masculine, divine masculine heart resurrection that's happening. And in his highest consciousness, he's saying that he sees what we have been showing him all along, and that he hasn't lost us, has lost the version of himself who was afraid to love. So expect dreams of reunion, telepathic warmth, or even sudden sensory memories, guys. You might feel your divine masculine thinking of you with a softness that didn't exist before. So many divine masculines are facing powerful mirror moments today, perhaps through family interactions, career collapses, or moments of stillness that confronts them with his truth. So it could be a gentle reminder from his sibling to follow his heart. It could be a gentle reminder from his mother, hey, it's time to choose love. And so this is the ego to soul override, where the inner voice shifts from fear to surrender. And And for some divine masculines, this could be reaching out, a simple message, an apology, or wordless energetic wave that you just feel. But remember, even silence today carries meaning. The silence is not rejection, it's sacred rewiring. Our divine masculine's consciousness is catching up to what his part of the soul already knows, that union was never broken, only forgotten. And for us divine feminines today, for the divine feminine collective, for our collective, this portal marks the return to sovereignty. We have shed, we have totally, there's been a lot of shedding that is going on, shedding of old skin, purging, crying, and rebuilding. And now frequency is pure stillness, because we are the temple, not the seeker. And we might feel expensive yet quiet, less emotional, more observant. This is the balance point between empathy and detachment. We are learning that the most magnetic love is non-reactive love. So our higher self whispers, be still, and the field will move. And that's exactly what's happening today. Every time we rest, every time we breathe instead of chase, we anchor the 1111 frequency deeper into Earth's grid. So our role today is to receive, let energy fill our field like sunlight entering crystal water. The more we receive, the more the union harmonizes. So the angel numbers portion of our reading. So if you guys are seeing 1111, 01 or 0011, your soul is confirming alignment. 1111, the master gateway of remembrance, it activates timing, twin flame, third energy connection, and higher mission codes. It also signals that the veil between the physical and spiritual is gone. So 1101, masculine awakening through thinking, soul remembrance. So it's like he's returning to us again, and that number shows that both are beginning to think, like both ourselves and our divine masculine, are thinking the same thing. That's what's going on. It's like that third energy, that combined energy field is being activated, where both you and your DM are so much in sync. And 011, the binary reset. This code means that the old karmic stuff is being deleted. It's like today is like a total reboot day, the energy returning to unconditional love. So that's why today it's about synchronicities, and everything is coming in. Telepathic heart alignment, third energy creation, and field stabilization. So the colors of the day are white, gold, and rainbow light. So water purifies, gold anchors, and rainbow light connects all dimensions. So the flower for the 1111 portal is the white rose, symbolizing eternal soul union, the memory of purity beyond lifetimes. So if you see or smell white roses today, the angels are confirming your connection is sealed, and at the soul level, everything is going in alignment. And the secondary flower is the orchid, right? Representing rare beauty born through resilience. It blooms slowly but lastingly, reminding us that sacred love matures through patience. So if you're seeing the phoenix today, rebirth through sacred fire is occurring. If you're seeing butterflies today, light body transformation. Swans, you're seeing that grace happens through surrender. And if you are seeing lions, it's a representation of the courage your divine masculine is bringing in with the 1111 portal. So if you see any of these animals, flowers, or angel numbers in dreams, videos, real life, it is a confirmation that everything is sinking in. So do comment if you're seeing any of this. So what is today's guidance to you? Stop trying to ascend. You already are. Now learn how to live as light. So this 1111 portal teaches mastery, not movement. You've done the work. You've walked through the shadow. Now your task is Embodiment, living as love, not longing for it. So everything that used to trigger you will start to dissolve faster now. Why? Because you've transcended karmic density and the field no longer matches lower vibration. And our divine masculines feel this too. That's why some may seem silent, not because our DMs are rejecting, not because divine masculines are rejecting you, but because they are adjusting to the new resonance. So today's energy, our divine masculine's energy, is saying that he needs to stabilize before he can meet you where you are. So your job as divine feminines are to hold your tone steady. So let's find our divine masculines in his rhythm within our peace, and that's how union stabilizes eternally, through frequency and not force. So if tears come today, let them. They are holy. They are the water sealing the alchemical bond between your human and divine self. So write your intentions on a paper, write letters. You may not send, sit under the sun, watch the night sky, look at the stars, rekindle your soul memories. Go to the beach, go to the forest. Every element is working with you today. And if you feel empty, that's not lost. That's 0 point, the void before creation. From here, all new life emerges. So the 1111 portal, it's not about reunion as fantasy. It's about remembrance as truth. So you're reuniting with yourself, and through that, our divine masculine rises along with us. So with that, my beloved fellow divine feminines, take this day to breathe, to pray, to anchor light into earth. Remember, external teachers like me are here to assist you to remember your own internal teacher. So always trust your intuition, always trust God, always seek guidance from within. And remember, the voice of your higher self is silence. It's the mind that is chattering all the time. So please differentiate between that. And remember, our higher selves are always guiding us and our wisdom. And God is with us always. Build your own connection with God always. Always, always, always. Remember, the external is only here to inspire the internal. All right? So every act of peace today sends ripple across the twin flame grid. So happy 11/11 to all of you guys. And if you walk through this gateway, remember, you're not waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle. You are the proof that love wins every time. Stay grounded, stay sovereign, and stay in love. And if you feel called, you can book the 11/11 portal healing and activations through the link in the description last day for the healing and activation. So limited spots, and the healing is done via video call. So if you want, book in, and we can work out a time. All right. So with that, see you all tomorrow for the post portal collective update. With that, love you all. And if you guys want to work one-on-one with me, you can book a session via the link in the description. All my sessions are conducted by me via video call, one-on-one. So you can ask me all the questions you want. With that, see you all again. Love you all. And with that, if you're seeing the white rose, do comment. Blessings, 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 and happy 11/11 portal day. All right. Take care. Heaps of love to you all.